Christy Mattoon here. I am heading up Rabbit Ears Pass in the backwoods of the Colorado Rockies on I-40. And I just thought I'd jump on here real quick because I've heard from a lot of people that are having troubles keeping their emotional base stable. And this particular message, while probably good for everybody, is I'm particularly making this, look how yellow, so beautiful, for my Tranzact community. And if you don't know what that is, give me a yell, email me, text me, whatever, and I will give you more information on that. But for those of you who are already in the know on that, and you're struggling, I want you just to think about this. In our daily walk, we tell ourselves a story. And that story causes a concoction of hormones and chemicals to be released into our systems, right? And we call those hormones and chemicals feelings. So these feelings cause us to act and react in certain ways, and depending on what you believe, you will get a different reaction. So if you're telling yourself a story based on a belief system that you have about selling or sharing information, or the old school idea of MLMs, which I was never really a part of any of that scene, so I don't really have the issue with that. But for those of you who do, if you're telling yourself a story based on it, and it's causing fear or anxiety or any of the kind of emotions that people are presenting with, recognize that you have total control of it. And I'm going to tell you how to help yourself possibly alter it if you want to give this a shot. So every time you go to text message somebody, every time you go to make a call to somebody, every time you go to share your message about Tranzact card or about anything, the second you go to do it, you tell yourself a story. If you hear it, you hear it. If you don't, you don't. But you're telling yourself a story. And in that story, you're creating a chemical, hormonal soup that we call an emotion. You go to make your message, you go to send your message, and you're sending your emotional base along with it. Did you know that? So if I'm in a state of fear sending my message, and I create my message in a state of fear, I'm attaching the emotion to the message. Now, some people can see through the emotional attachments. Some people don't. They feel it and they energize themselves or coordinate themselves to whatever emotional attachment you sent with your message, and then the answer is an automatic no. Does it make sense? The idea would be to start to recognize that, start paying more attention to what your state is when you're creating your message, what your state is when you're sending your message, and what your state is when you're waiting for a reply to your message. This is a huge ordeal, because if you can get this right, you will change your whole outcome. You will change probably not just your outcome for Tranzact, but you will also change the natural state of your own homeostasis, right? Your internal system's way of responding and reacting and working with yourself in regard to all of these things. So, first of all, pay attention. And even just go through the motions like you have been. If you've been struggling with this, go through the motions and go through the motions of sending or creating a message and then trying to send it. And instead of actually sending it, I want you just to feel. What do you feel inside of you? What are you noticing? Can you find it? Can you label it? Put a label on it. Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Is it distrust? Is it lack? What is your emotional home when you're working in this arena? Now, the goal would be to replace that with something better, yeah? So in order to do that, you have to find a better feeling. So while you're not creating a message and while you're not sending messages, you are going to do the homework to create a different feeling. It's as simple as taking yourself mentally on a stroll to a place you've been before that you fell in love with, right? I typically use the idea of a beach because most people can relate to that as a good experience. Sometimes it's up in the woods, sometimes it's on top of a mountain like where I'm at right now. And experiencing a sense of awe, maybe a sense of wonder at the beauty that's around you. I tell people to go on a walk on a beach, like walking into the beach, you can smell the salt water, right? It's warm, maybe there's a cool breeze on the beach. And as you walk out onto the beach, you can feel the sand. So I have them walk along the beach mentally, feeling every grain of sand underneath their feet. You can hear the waves rolling into the shore, right? Maybe you can hear seagulls sounding off. Maybe you see other people on the beach playing and having fun. Maybe it's a totally remote beach and it's quiet and there's nobody there, right? The serenity inside of a moment like that. And then I would tell you to sit and feel, right? So just like being up on this mountaintop, even though it's stormy and where we're at 40, we just now dropped 10 degrees in a matter of 5 minutes. Even though it's stormy looking, it's the idea of the beauty that's around me, which is why I take this drive. The beauty, just sensing nature. What do the woods feel like? What do the evergreens smell like? Can you smell the rain? There's a little bit of rain coming down. Can you feel the coldness in the air, the chill? Right? What does it feel like? What kind of sense does it give you inside your body? Now you want a good sense, so if this is not a good sense for you, please go back to the beach, right? Go to a place before where you've been that it caused you a sense of awe and wonderment, and it's just beautiful, and it opens your heart, and you can breathe deeper, and it feels amazing. Now what I want you to do is I want you to record that feeling very intentionally. Make notes on it. What does it feel like? Where do I feel it in my body? If it was a color, what color would it be? If it was a shape, what would the shape be? What geometric, what sacred geometry would it be? Right? Go beyond just the flat, two-dimensional shape. What sacred geometry would be involved with this feeling? All right? Now, when you can do that, I want you to memorize it. So it's going to be a little bit of a process. I want you to memorize that feeling. While you've got that feeling pulled up in your system right now, so turn this video off, take a few seconds, find your feeling, find that level of feeling. While you've got that feeling, I want you to work on your message. Recreate a message maybe that you've already sent, but this time do it in this level of feeling. So you could sit there and theoretically repeat a message you've already written, retype it, retext it, get it ready to go, polish it a little bit inside this feeling, because your perception of your message in a higher level feeling will actually change. You might get better words, a different arrangement of words, something that might actually move somebody, right? Or some words that might actually give somebody a different direction, okay? Once you've done that, turn this recording back off and just reread your message a few times. But stay in this feeling. So the key is the feeling, right? The key to any good prayer, and this is scriptural, this is in ancient texts all over the place. The key to any good prayer is the feeling. What feeling are you eliciting when you are praying that prayer, when you are saying those words, when you are creating your message? Once you've got that down, once you've got it in, oh boy, you're a brave one. Look at this guy out here bicycling. That's amazing. Amazing, amazing. Once you've got that message, I want you to tell yourself, I love you. And I want you to tell yourself, thank you. And I want you to tell yourself, I apologize for any wrongdoing. And you're only talking to yourself. For any words I've said against you, for anything I've done against you, I apologize. And then I want you to tell yourself, in gratitude I stand. Stand with yourself in gratitude over these statements, over this arrangement you're making, right? So we're coming into a new agreement with ourselves. Now from that state, go back and look at the message that you're sending about Tranzact, and I want you to get ready to push that button. Get ready to push the send button. But feel the feeling, feel it super strongly. So you've come into a bit of a coherent state. We call this a state of coherence, from your heart to your brain. If your gut's not feeling it, take the feeling to your gut, literally by moving your awareness. Feel the feeling in your heart, feel the feeling in your brain, and then move it down into your gut. Feel it, feel it, feel it, and then hit the send button. In that state of coherence, what you have just done is created a higher state of emotional value to your message and to the sending of your message. That higher emotional state, that energetic state, is going to send with your message. And you're going to get a different response. Now, it might take a little bit for you to get this down, but I promise you, if you practice it, it will end up blowing your mind, because it's not going to only change your messaging in the moment, it will change your homeostasis. It will change your natural way of being. And it's incredible when you realize you can actually live your life like this. It's absolutely incredible. So I want to show you my surroundings. This is a beautiful storm that I'm driving into. And for me, this is beautiful. I love this kind of stuff. I actually hope it's not snowing. We've got some gorgeous aspen trees up here. Most of the leaves have already fallen, but not too many. And I wish I could get a shot below, down in that ravine. I'm coming up over the top of a city called Steamboat Springs. So any of you that have ever been here before know how beautiful this is. And I want you just to feel it. Take a deep breath. Feel the energy of the space that I'm in, because I promise you the energy travels. You know, you can put yourself there mentally and emotionally. Oh, I don't know if you can see the lake down there. It's freaking gorgeous up here. It travels through space and time. There are no barriers. There is no separation. Yeah? If this helps, you can like, share, and subscribe. Tell your story. What is it you're struggling with? I'll do another video on it, using your specific example if you like. Leave a comment below with what you've noticed doing this exercise. Give me some feedback and I'll give you some more information. Look how beautiful this is against the sky. Oh, so amazing. So amazing. I love this. I'm getting down into an area where all the leaves haven't fallen yet. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful. Ah, so beautiful. So beautiful. All right, let me know if this helps. God bless you, and I will talk to you again soon.